welcome to a very special edition of Allier, as this time we're at the Eurogamer Expo.
Yes, very exciting. Everybody's downstairs at the moment. All the early guys are downstairs at the moment actually, and everyone else who's got the normal passes will be coming in right about now.
But there's so many people already.
A lot of people.
I don't understand.
Very exciting, a ton of new stuff, and today we're going to be checking out a load of games at the Virgin Media Space that's here at Eurogamer. We're going to be going head to head on Gran Turismo 6.
I don't know how well this is going to go because it's 3-1 right at the moment, so he could kind of even back a little bit of like your pride. And we're also going to be checking out Oculus Rift and of course the PS4, which everyone wants to get their hands. There are a handful of PS4 games being showcased here at the Virgin Media Game Space stand, and one of them is Octodad, Dadliest Catch. Zing! You're a fan of puns.
Yeah.
It's a strange game where basically you play. Oh, it's our wedding.
It is our wedding.
Why she would ever agree to marry us, I don't know. When he's actually looking for stuff, it does look a little bit like he's just dancing. It's quite nice, really. So the premise of the game is basically you are an octopus, but your family doesn't know that, so you kind of have to go about like your daily chores without, you know, letting on really that you're an octopus. I mean, I would have thought the tentacles would have been a bit of a giveaway, but obviously this woman's a bit stupid.
Yeah, apparently so. Poor lady doesn't know what she's getting into.
No.
Checking out Rezo Gun. This game resembles Geometry Wars for any of you guys that have played it. So you're trying to shoot off the enemies and move your little spaceship around at the same time. We're actually playing on the PlayStation 4. I've got a chance here to play with the new controller, but the PlayStation 4 controller is actually considerably bigger, and from what I've used of it so far, it feels really, really nice. Another one of the big additions to the PlayStation 4 controller is of course the touchpad. You can actually click down on the pad in certain areas as well to use it as a button. The PlayStation 4 itself is of course going to have improved graphics, new games, etc. They've actually improved the way that indie developers can develop games for a PlayStation 4. It wasn't too easy for the PS3, so it's definitely a positive step forward for all of the guys out there that want to develop games for the PlayStation 4 console.
You know, only a few companies can afford to make a game like Call of Duty, hundreds of millions of dollars to bring out a game like that. So people are now looking at how can they kind of make games that don't cost that money to make. So they have to innovate with gameplay, you know, kind of do new innovative ideas rather than just, you know, doing more all the time.
Right smack bang in the centre of the Eurogamer Expo now, where the Virgin Media Game Space is. I have now lost Ali. I don't know where he's gone. Money probably on going to Call of Duty because I think he's a little bit worried about this 1v1 thing later, and he's obviously going to lose. So he needs to just feel a little bit good about himself by doing something he is actually good at, which is Call of Duty, let's be honest. Now, what's so special about the Virgin Media Game Space is the fact that you can have a lot of these PS4 brand new titles going up against some like incredible indie stuff too, going toe to toe as it were. First up here, we've got Gran Turismo 6, which is where Ali and I are going to be doing our 1v1 later in these amazing simulators. If we manage to be any good at it, which is not all that likely, we do actually get our photo put up here on the time board. You can see this guy, check him out, he's very happy about winning there. I'm not sure this guy knows where he is. Right, let's check out what else is on the stand. Let's go. This one is There Will Be Lancing, which is this fantastically spherical lancing game, which is pretty spectacular. So talk us through your strategy, how does it work?
Okay, so you attack and dodge, and you can also block, and you got to wait until your speed builds up, and then you strike.
What's your strategy? Let's find out, see if it's any different.
I just get him when he's not really paying attention, I just move and go for it.
We've got Gun Monkeys too, which is wickedly cool indie arcade game. And very excitingly, we have Strike C0, which is on the Oculus Rift. As you can see, there's a massive queue for it. But obviously, it does leave you slightly open to being like... Okay, if you could clear this whole place out and it was just yours for the day, where would you go first?
I think I'd probably go and play Oculus Rift. So we've got the HD version here. Yeah. I think it hasn't been seen before in the UK, and it's sort of, for me, represents, you know, a true kind of leap in terms of next generation. So, you know, the new console's obviously better and they're faster, you know, but the Oculus Rift is a new way of playing.
What made you decide to queue up to have a go at this particular game? Because there's a lot of queues to choose from here, let's be honest.
Because it's going to be awesome.
You already made your mind up?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, virtual reality, it's going to be cool. It's going to make everything better.
What made you decide to queue for this particular thing?
It's basically the next best thing in tech, and it's to do with video games, so even better.
This is like the main thing I really came for. I mean, yeah, everything else is I mean, there's enough good games to play, but this is the main, like, new, different thing.
I think one of the first things you're going to have to get used to is looking for yourself, because you're so used to having you in your peripheral vision, and in some of the games you can look at. In this one you actually see like a version of you, but that's probably the weirdest thing, 'cause you're like, that's not me, my legs don't look that way.
The more people that use it, and they will eventually get used to it. It's like when you're in the dark, your eyes do eventually get used to it, so it just takes time.
But like when VR came around before, I don't think they probably had enough technology there for it. Like 3D TV on its own isn't enough. There needs to be an extra dimension to it, because you can sit down and watch it, but you can't get immersed. Whereas with the Oculus Rift, because it's all in your head and it's all pretty much straight on there, if you're playing a scary game or something, if you're playing it on like a PC or a console, you can kind of go, ah, but if you're on a Rift, you're like, ah, ah, and it's just always in your face and you can't get away, and that's the extra dimension which you need for that kind of thing.
It's still relatively hardcore at the moment, but I think there's a moment like with the Wii, you know, 7 years ago, you know, motion control, you know, those controllers, like, oh, that's, you know, that's a game changer. I think that actually Oculus Rift has that kind of same buzz about it.
It is time for our final 1v1 challenge. No, we're not milking really small cows. We're actually
driving.
Can you tell? We're going to be going head to head on Gran Turismo 6. We're actually also going up against this leaderboard up here. Fastest time is 1:08 between 1:12. What do you reckon?
If I'm even between those times, I'll be happy. Now, how are we going to decide who goes first? Alright, I'm
Shiny
down.
little coin. Do you want to call heads or tails?
Tails. Worst forever, but alright.
Tails it is.
I'll
Do you
go
want to
second.
go first? You want to go second?
Yeah.
You keep your 20p. I have to say, it's 3-1 on our 1v1 challenge, and this week I'm probably feeling the pressure most, mainly because he's standing right there. I hate him. There goes nothing. You know what, this is how I drive in real life, so actually it's fairly accurate.
What's going on, Julia?
Not good. I got like 139. He puts me off. Just his mere presence in my vista. Look at that face. It's distracting. Come on then. Come on then.
1 minute 39 is the time I need to beat. Let's go. Woo. Come on. You can't actually drive a car, so you know, this is just gaming skill. What is this?
Where's the winch behind this up?
Come on.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Just for confirmation, 1 minute 18, 1 minute 29.
No, it was actually 39.
39.
Because if we remember, the final score in the 5 weeks we've been doing this is 3-2. I will concede that obviously.
Do you guys remember the other weeks? 'Cause I don't.
I do. Distinctly. That's all I'm holding on to because I've lost the past 2 weeks. I need this.
I made a
I
comeback.
need this, man.
I made a
need this.
comeback.
I mean, yeah, I'm back on here. I'm seeing. We keep losing Ali. He keeps like getting dragged off by his multitude of fans. Do you think the very next gen? What are we going to see in like the next cycle? Come on, predict, Rupert. You know the business. Make a guess.
I can't predict, you know, like when it happens, we'll know it, you know, and it will probably be not what anyone's predicting right now. Sorry, that's a terrible answer.
Time for us to depart and go our separate ways for the time being, at least.
I know. It sucks, but make sure you subscribe for all the future content that's going to be here on the Snap. I've just spotted the Call of Duty booth.
Yeah, so
I think
I'm going to lose him. I was going to lose him early anyway. Just going to go over there, play some Call of Duty. I'm going to stay here, check out the Cosplay.
We've had lots of fun.
Yeah, we'll see you very, very soon. Bye.